Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is June 29th, 2025. We are in the Old Testament book of Ecclesiastes. We're done with Proverbs. We're going to read chapter 1, verse 4 to 11. So just a little section here. Talking about Ecclesiastes yesterday, preacher preaching to an assembly of people. So connected to Proverbs, where we said Proverbs was a wise man talking to a youngster. This is more of a wise man, older wise man talking to himself, so more of a mature look at life, a mature vision, and he said essentially what he's doing is he's looking at looking back on life, and he's looking at fallen creation and all those times that we try and make us the center, and we want to. What's our purpose in life, and we're trying to do it without giving credit to God. And that's where we get this vanity of vanities idea, vapor of vapor, meaninglessness. And as he gets to the end, he realizes, you know what, that's where the meaning is fearing God. So essentially that's the message of Ecclesiastes. Without God, this is kind of meaningless. God gives it its purpose. Why? Because he's the sovereign and he's the creator. So that's as it should be. Now in this section here, he's looking at that idea of vanity, and he's looking at man and saying, okay, if man is so important, he can't affect the weather. We've got all these weather patterns. We've got all of the winds and the rain and water flowing, and you can expand that to just every natural thing that happens in the universe, even out in this outer space, and say all of that happens without any of our input at all. Doesn't care what we think, doesn't follow our will. We're essentially meaningless in creation. In the fallen world, we're nothing. And that's that first vanity. So, and kind of the big one, if we want to look at us as the purpose and the reason for creation, we very quickly figure out that we're not. We really don't do anything. And it kind of concludes with this section where he's looking, you know what, no one's going to remember, 100 years from now, no one's going to know you were here. Why do we know that's true? Because I don't know any of the people that were around 100 years ago. Now, are there some famous people that rise up? Yes, but there's 6 billion people in the world today. 100 years from now, 5,999,999,900 are not going to. You're here, you're gone. So if we're the center of the universe and we're what's special about the universe, we're trying to grasp that vapor as we think of that as being the reason for creation. Doesn't get us there. God has to be something else. That's that idea of vanity of vanities. We come to that dead end. If we're so special, then why are we not that special? And again, Ecclesiastes, as we're reading this, we're going to see a lot of these, and they're hard and they're tough to look at, but that's what we're essentially getting to the bottom of is, hey, you know what? Without God, we're nothing. That's what Ecclesiastes tells us. Our meaning is found in God, just like everything else in creation. It's his creation. We're a part of it. We're obedient. We're following God. Then we're part of his plan and his purpose. If we're not, then we're not. So let's go ahead and we're going to read Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 4 to 11. One generation passes away and another generation comes, but the earth abides forever. The sun also rises and the sun goes down and hastens to the place where it arose. The wind goes toward the south and turns around to the north. The wind whirls about continually and comes again on its circuit. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. To the place from which the rivers come, there they return again. All things are full of labor, man cannot express it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. That which has been is what will be, that which is done is what will be done, and there is nothing new under the sun. Stop there for a second. So technological advances, well, aren't those new things? Yeah, but you know what? We still can't affect the wind, and we still can't affect the weather and the rain. That's that idea of there's nothing new under the sun. Let's pick this back up in Let's pick it back up at 9. That which has been is what will be, that which is done is what will be done, and there is nothing new under the sun. Is there anything of which it may be said, see, this is new? It has already been in ancient times before us. There is no remembrance of former things, nor will there be any remembrance of things that are to come by those who will come after. May God bless the reading of His word. May God bless you. Bye.